Hope all of you are doing fine, doing well. So, and if
Bonsoir,
you're anything,
monsieur.
bonsoir, Shubhodip. If you
Bonsoir,
have anything,
bonsoir.
so bonsoir, everyone. So, if you have anything to ask in particular regarding any of our, anything regarding the last two sessions, you can come up, or else we'll get started with today's session. Last 2 days we were mainly focusing on the pronunciation because that's quite important. We have to, talk about the, we have to practice the pronunciation, and we have to learn the rules. That's pretty important. So, so we have to keep doing, working on the pronunciation and the rules of pronunciation. But today, let's for a change, let's do something different. Okay, let's learn something different. We'll try to do it in a very, lucid, in a very simple way, so that it doesn't burden you too much. Okay, so let's get ready. I have sent two documents in our class group. Okay, so take a look. We'll start with let's start with the second document. Okay, so all of you please open the second document, the one provided in the group. Okay, there are lots of things given. You don't need everything right now. We'll just try to keep things very precise. Okay, and so that you can understand easily. So the first, as you can see in the document, the heading of the document is les adjectifs possessifs, which in English means possessive adjectives. So from the name itself, you can understand what's the function. What's the function of these words? They are based from the translation. Also, you can understand that these words are used to talk about possession. That means when you're talking about your possession, like you're talking about something that belongs to you, that you possess, that you own, or that is related to you. Or it can be someone with whom you are related. Okay, so these are basically the words in English like mine, your, his, her, our, their, like that. Okay, so but in French, it's not going to be that straightforward because there is a concept of gender. In French, every naming word is classified either in masculine or feminine gender. So for that, when we are using these possessive adjectives, we have to keep in mind that what's the gender of that noun, and also number, that is whether the noun is singular or plural, before before we actually use the possessive adjective. We have to keep these two things in mind: the gender and the number of the noun. So take a look at the document. So the heading is les adjectifs possessifs. Les adjectifs possessifs. Les adjectifs possessifs. Okay. This les that is written before. Okay. Adjective means adjectives. Possessive means the word possessive, which actually talks about possession. And les, the one that is given before the word adjective, it means it's basically like the English de, the definite article, de. But obviously, it's a different language, so you can't always translate like that. There are going to be differences, but in English it means the. Like the possessive adjectives. Okay, so we're going to learn that. Now, on the left hand side of the table that I have given, these are the subject pronouns. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you some basic questions here. Okay, like because I need to know these things. Yes, Deepon, can you hear me? Deepon, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Deepon, can you tell me what is a subject pronoun in English? What's the concept of a subject? Who is the subject of a sentence? Can you give an
Subject.
example? Yep.
Yes, sir. Subject. A subject. I eat rice. Here, I is the subject. Uh, I is the subject. Subject works. What can I say? The definition, but I understand what is subject.
Okay, so
Subject. Hmm,
yeah, you're correct. I eat rice, so I is the subject here. Okay,
yes.
that's right. Okay, well done, Deepan. Snehal, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Snehal, could you just add on a bit on to what Deepan said? Could you just add a bit? Like Deepan gave
Sir,
an example. I eat rice, so here I is the subject. So what is basically a subject? What is the verb of a subject in the sentence?
I think we can tell or the subject is if we ask a question like who or what in regarding the rest of the sentence, like who woke up, like that.
Yes, like in the sentence that Deepan said, I eat rice. Here, if you put the question right at the beginning, who eats rice? The answer that I get is I, right? The first person, I. So basically, the subject is the you know that particular word or that particular noun or pronoun, which basically runs the verb, does the action of the verb. So every verb is not an action verb. There are verbs which talk, that which express, there are verbs which express states, like the verb to be in English. If you're saying she is sad, she is happy. Okay, so here it's not the verb is, but it's not an action verb. Like the example that Deepan gave, I eat rice. So here eating is an action verb, but when I'm saying she is sad, here is not an action verb. It's basically talking about someone's emotional
emotion.
state of mind. Yes, exactly. So verbs can be like that. So basically, subject is the one, is the person or the thing that runs the verb. That is that with whom the verb is related. Okay, the subject is basically the one who runs the verb. Okay, so that is the subject. Now, mm, here in this table that I have given, on the left hand side, you can see I have given the subject pronouns in French. Okay, so the French subject pronouns, like the English subject pronouns, their usage is similar. Okay, they always come at the beginning of a sentence. And like in English, we write I eat rice. So I is the subject. So the subject will always be at the beginning of a sentence. Until and unless it's an imperative sentence, like you're giving an order or instruction to someone. And the same thing. And after subject, there will be the verb. So this pattern is very similar. English, French, it's the same. Okay. So these are the French subject pronouns, okay, that I have given on this table. The first person singular is je. All of you must repeat after me, okay, in your mind. So the first person is je, je. The second person is tu, tu. Don't pronounce it as tu. It's not like Hindi tu. Okay, it's tu, tu, tu. Okay. And the third person is il or l. So the il form, that is el or il as we say in English, this is pronounced as il. And the other one is L. So L is used when for third person, masculine, he or she. I'm sorry, he. Okay. And L is for the third person, singular, feminine. L. Okay. Then we have nous, 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 which means we, first person plural, we. And then it's vous, which means you again, but this time it's second person plural. That means when you're addressing to more than one person, like you mean you all, okay, then we are using vous. But there is a difference here, which obviously we'll discuss gradually, with time. Like you can see the second person singular tu and this one vous, both can be used. The tu and the vous both can be used to address a second person. So what's the difference basically? Tu is the informal form and vous is the formal one. So when you're addressing someone in tu, you have to be careful that the person to whom you're addressing with the tu form must be someone you know very well, like your friends, family members, or people with whom you have a lot of familiarity. You see that person every day and you have become familiar with that person. So you use to. Person might not be a friend of yours, but you're very familiar with that person. So you can use to. But who is used to address to a person, second person, singular, when it's a formal context. Like when you meet a stranger, you can't usually don't start with the to form. That's a bit casual. Okay, we can shift to the to form next moment. If both the if you and that person to whom you're talking, have a good vibe, that is a different thing. That's a cultural context. But the rule is when we're talking to strangers, we usually don't start with to. We're supposed to use who. Okay, and in an official context, we always use the who form. Okay, like you've gone to any shop, any restaurant, for asking for any service, official help, you're always going to address people with who form until and unless you know that person really well. Okay, so that's the difference. To and who both can be used to address second person singular. And if it's second person plural, more than one, it's obviously going to be who. No exception. Then we finally come to the third person plural. How do we say they in French? It's going to be il or elle, third person plural. Okay, ILS, il, and ELLES, L. You can see it's basically the pluralized version of the third person singular il and L. Okay, so both can be translated as they, like when it's a third person plural group. So what's the difference? ILS, il is used when it's a masculine plural group or a mixed group. So suppose I want to say they are Italians. They are Italian. Okay, so here, when I'm going to write this sentence in French, which they are we going to choose? Are we going to choose il or elle? If
Il.
nothing has been mentioned as such, we'll be going for the il form, ILS, il, because il is the masculine plural, and also it's a mixed group. Like when we are saying il, it means that it's a mixed group, male and female, both are present. But if you want to particularly specify that the third person plural group, this they, like they are Italian, this group consists of only female persons, then we are going to use L, only then. Okay, if it's pretty much evident from the context that the third person plural group consists of only female person, then it's going to be L. Otherwise, we go for L. We go for L. Okay, that's the difference. So these are the subject pronouns in French. So the first person singular is je. Je. Try to pay attention to the pronunciation. It's not je or je. People at times, pronounce like that. Je or je. It's not like that. It's je. 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 That means I. Okay, you can, anything. Whenever you're trying to say something about yourself, you're always going to start with this sentence. Je. I eat, I walk, I dance, I sleep, I speak, I give, I write, I draw. Anything, you put this thing at the beginning. Je. 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 Like I'll write one sentence in the chat section. Take a look. A very, 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 simple sentence. Like this one. Like this sentence. All of you keep your eye on the chat. This one. Many of you may be familiar with this sentence. So these are the two sentences that I have written. The first one is je suis. Je means I, as you've already seen. It's a first person singular, I. And suis, the next word, it's a verb. So basically, je suis means I am. It's the English equivalent of the first person singular equivalent of the English verb to be, like I am. So je suis means I am. And then the next word is India. I'm sure you can take a guess. What does it mean? India means Indian. So there is a masculine form and a feminine form. So if the je, if the first person is a male person, it's going to be Indien, the first spelling. Okay, Indien, Indien. The N is a nasal, it's not silent. Okay, it's coming from your nose. Indien, Indien. Je suis Indien. You can pronounce it both ways. You can either say je suis Indien, or you can also say je suis Indien. The last S of the word suis is usually silent, but we can at times, when there is a vowel after it, like the word Andia begins with a vowel, we can connect the last sound, okay, like that. I'll come to this. There's this rule. This rule is called liaison in French, okay, connecting the sound. So you can say je suis Indien or je suis Indien. Okay, both. Huh. And if the first person is a female, then it will be Indien, 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 Indien. Je suis Indien, je suis Indienne. Okay. And then the next sentence, again, it starts with je, first person. Je parle. Parle is a word which means to speak. So je parle, which means I speak. It can also mean I am speaking. Okay, we can translate like that. Je parle. Then there is an expression, un petit peu. 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 In fast conversation, French conversation, they pronounce it as un petit peu. Un petit peu. Un petit peu, it's actually un petit peu. Un petit peu. But in fast conversation, they pronounce it as un petit peu. Un petit peu. Un petit peu. Okay. But it's actually un petit peu, which means a little bit. In English, it's like a little bit, a bit of, a little bit. Un petit peu. And then comes the word français. That means French. So, je parle un petit peu or un petit peu. You can say un petit peu because that un petit peu, these are like, colloquial, like when they speak fast French, they pronounce like that, un petit peu. So, je parle, je means I, parle, I speak, the verb to speak. Je parle un petit peu or un petit peu français. Je parle un petit peu français. Je parle un petit peu français. Okay, so these are the lines. We can add some few more lines like this one. Since we have started with this, like take a look. Another thing I have written in the chat, take a look. Je m'appelle. I'm sure many of you have heard this already. Je, again, the subject, I. It's coming at the beginning of the sentence, I. And then comes the word m'appelle. M'appelle. Okay. So the word m'appelle, basically, je m'appelle, when I'm saying, it's basically like when you're introducing yourself to someone, we use this expression, okay, je m'appelle. So, je m'appelle is like kind of saying my name is or I am. But the verb that we are using in French, m'appelle, the literal meaning won't be that like I am or my name is. Je m'appelle means my name is or I am. Okay, I am. So you give your name after this. Like you want to say, like if I say my name is Deptonu Chakraborty, I would say je m'appelle Deptonu Chakraborty. Okay, so I'm not, okay, je m'appelle Deptonu Chakraborty. Je m'appelle Deptonu Chakraborty. Okay, like this. So that's I was want to see, how to use this word. It's pretty similar to English, I always at the beginning, then comes the word and the rest of the sentence like this. Okay. So these are the subject pronouns, okay, that I have given on the left hand side of the. So let's get back to the worksheet that I have given. These are all the subject pronouns that I have given on the left hand side. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. Okay. So, but today we are not going to deal with the subject pronouns, especially. Okay. We will try to talk about the words given after that. So we are going to keep ourselves engaged with the first row today. Je means I, so we've started with the first person, I, and the corresponding three columns that follow, mon, ma, and me. These are the three words, mon, ma, and me. All the three words have got the same translation in English, that is my. So you can understand that when to use this word, now you're getting we will use this word to talk about some kind of possession. Like you want to say, this is my book. This is my pen. This is my house. This is my idea. This is my invention. This is my class. This is my friend. So anything. So it's the first person possession. You're talking about something that belongs to you or someone that belongs to you. Okay, it's like this. So mo, ma, and me. Now, why in English we are using one word, my, but in French, why it's getting separated into three words, mo, ma, and me? The reason is, in French, every noun has a gender. Okay, every noun has a gender. So when we are using these words, we have to keep in mind that before which noun we are placing. Is this noun has a masculine gender, or is this noun has a feminine gender? If the noun is a masculine gender, we have to use one. If the noun has a feminine gender, we have to use another. And if the noun is plural, then we have to use another. This is the thing. So all of you pay, put your attention to this worksheet. Mo, ma, and may. All these three words mean my in English. Now, I'm going to give you some examples in the chat. Okay, so take a look at it. Acha. Before I give examples, all of you take your stilo, that is your pen, and your cahier, that is your notebook, and write this thing. So write mo in your notebook, give a dash or hyphen, sorry, not a dash, a hyphen, and write it is used before a masculine singular noun. Okay. Mo is used before a masculine singular noun. Mo is used before a masculine singular noun. And mo, it is used before a masculine singular noun and a feminine singular noun starting with a vowel. It is used before a masculine singular noun and a feminine singular noun starting with a vowel. Okay. And when you're writing starting with a vowel, beside the word vowel in bracket, do write, including H. The letter H or ash is also treated as a vowel in French. Okay.
Sir, can you repeat?
Yes. So you're writing mo, give a hyphen, and then write it is used before a masculine singular noun. Every noun has a gender, so those nouns, be it a non-living thing or a living thing, if it has a masculine gender and it's also used in its singular form, then you have to use mo. So mo, it is used before a masculine singular noun and a feminine singular noun starting with a vowel. And in bracket, beside the word vowel, in bracket you write including H, because the letter H or ash as we say in French, it is also treated as a vowel. Alright. So this is for mo. Now the next word, ma. Okay, ma. After ma, give a hyphen. Okay, give a hyphen and write it is used before a feminine singular noun starting with a consonant. So beside ma, after a hyphen you write it is used before a feminine singular noun starting with a consonant. Okay. So mo and ma, both these words have the same meaning in English, my. But in French, when you are using it, they can't be interchanged in French. Okay. Mo has to be used before a masculine noun or a feminine noun starting with a vowel, and ma before a feminine singular noun starting with a consonant. You cannot interchange them. Okay. And then the third one is may. M-E-S. The S is generally silent. It's may, not mess. Okay. May. Which means, so when to use may? Give a hyphen and write it is used before any plural noun, masculine or feminine. May, give a hyphen and write it is used before any plural noun, masculine or feminine. Okay. Anything you want to ask as of now? Anyone? the names that I can hear, right? Oyun, Saurabh, Shravasti, Deepon, Shubhadeep, Snehal, and I don't know, PP. What's your name? I forgot. This
Sapriyanshu.
Priyanshu. Priyanshu. Anything you want to ask as of now?
Not till now. Even though I missed the previous class, I had exams.
Okay. But I guess this one, since it's
Yes, I saw your YouTube video. I will
okay.
check it out.
All right, Priyanshu. So any others? Anything you want to ask, or else we'll move. Okay. So Mo, Ma, and Me. Now, so Mo is used before a masculine singular noun, right? Now all of you come to the worksheet. Take a look. In the worksheet, there is an exercise given, and as a heading, I have given "Qu'est-ce que c'est?" It's a question. Okay. Qu'est-ce que c'est? All of you read with me. You won't be able to deduce the whole sentence right now because it's made up of different parts. Okay. For now, just keep it in mind. Qu'est-ce que c'est? This question in English means what is it or what is this? Okay. What is it or what is this? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Okay. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Could you pronounce this, Shubhadeep? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Oui, monsieur. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Mean, what is it?
Yeah. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Qu'est-ce que
Exactly.
c'est?
Qu'est-ce
What
que c'est?
is it?
Right. Right.
Like if I am showing some object to someone and I am asking him or her, qu'est-ce que c'est? What is
What is
it?
it? That? Yes. What is it? Like the identifying the object. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Snehal, could you repeat this tag? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Yes, sir. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Very good. Shravasti, Madam Shravasti, could you hear me? Shravasti, could you hear me? Okay. Deepon, could you pronounce
Yes, sir.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Okay.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Saurabh, if you can hear me or if you can say, like, could you pronounce Qu'est-ce que c'est? Acha. Oyun, could you pronounce Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Yes, sir. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Très bien. Very good. Priyanshu, could you repeat Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Yes, sir. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Yes. So that means what is it? And there is another question given beside it, that is qui est ce? Qui est ce? Qui basically means who. It's a question word, who. So qui est ce can be translated in different ways, but basically it means who is this, or who is he, or who is she. You can translate like that as well. Okay. The translation might vary. So qu'est-ce que c'est means what is this or what is it, and qui est ce means who is it or who is this. Okay. So you can understand qu'est-ce que c'est is for an object and qui est ce is for a person, living thing. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qui est ce? Now let's come to the exercise. So when you're answering to these questions, qu'est-ce que c'est or qui est ce, we will open the answer with say, this expression. Take a look at the left hand side only, okay, not the right hand side. Say, which means it is, or this is, or maybe he is, or she is. It can be translated differently, but say like it is, or this is. Okay, for now you can remember like that. Say, say. Now take a look at the first example. Say, then there is a dash, and the word given is chapeau, which means hat. The word chapeau means hat. In bracket, I have written the gender. If it's M, it is masculine. If it is F, it is femina. Okay? So the word chapeau is masculine. I have written M. Now, as per the rule that I have given, if I want to say, like, qu'est-ce que c'est? What is this? And I want to give an answer. Okay, this is my hat. So, how will you use this word my in French? Will it be mon, ma, or me? Snehal, can you answer this? Looking at the rules that I have given here, how to use mo, ma, and me, could you deduce?
Yes, sir. It should be more.
Yes, and can you justify why it's more?
Because it's given that it's a masculine, I don't
Yeah,
know what
absolutely.
to call it.
It's a, it's a masculine singular noun, that's why.
Okay.
Yes. And the word chapeau means hat. Okay, hat. Hat, hat. It's a masculine noun. And it will always remain masculine. Okay. Once we accord a gender to a noun, it always remains like that. It doesn't change. So say mon chapeau. This is my hat. Now, one interesting thing that we have to know here, that this mon is selected based on the gender of the noun chapeau. The word chapeau is masculine, so we are using mon before it. It doesn't matter who the owner of this chapeau or hat is. Okay. If the word, okay, so this is my hat. Say mon chapeau. That means someone is saying this is my hat. So it doesn't matter what the gender of the possessor is. All right. So before chapeau, it's always going to be mon because the word chapeau is masculine. If I am saying this, it will be say mon chapeau. If my sister says the same sentence, she will also say in French, say mon chapeau. Because the word chapeau is masculine. Whose chapeau, whose hat, the gender, the possessor, the owner, no, the owner of the possessor's gender does not matter. Okay, so it's always going to be mon. Next one, qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est, then there is a dash. The dash is called tirer, and I'll pronounce like that from now on. It will be tirer. C'est tirer casquette. The word casquette means cap. Okay, and the word has a feminine. In bracket, it's given F, so it's feminine. It has a feminine gender. So how will you say this? Suppose I want to say this is my cap. So which form of possessive form are you going to use? Mo, ma, or me? Can you answer this, Oyon?
So it will be ma.
Yes, because the word casquette is feminine. It doesn't matter whose cap it is. If I'm going to say this sentence in French, this is my cap, I'll be saying c'est ma casquette. This is my cap. If a female person says the same thing in French, it will be c'est ma casquette. Who is the owner of the cap or casquette doesn't matter. Is the gender of the word casquette which matters, before which we are placing the possessive adjective. The possessor's gender, the owner's gender does not matter. Okay. The possession's gender is important. Next one. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est tirer guitare. The word guitar has a feminine gender. You can see it's F given in bracket. So, Priyanshu, can you tell me that if you want to say this is my guitar, how are you going to say that? Will you say mon, ma, or me?
Probably me.
Could you, so you're saying me. So why are you saying me, Priyanshu? Like, can you justify? Why not mo or ma?
The guitar seems to be feminine, even though I'm not expert in this, but I hope so.
Yeah, the guitar is feminine, but is it singular or plural?
It's singular, sir.
So before a feminine singular noun, it's always going to be ma. Okay. A feminine singular noun starting with a consonant. That is also very important. So it will be ma. Say ma guitar. This is my guitar. May is used before any plural noun. If I want to say like these are my guitars, like more than one, then it will be may. But since it's singular, so it will be ma. Say ma guitar. Okay. Next one.
Sir, can you repeat once again how to identify the word's gender?
How to identify the gender? Okay, actually, Priyanshu, identifying the gender of a word, like, this is something which comes with practice. There are rules to identify, but there are, exceptions as well. So for now, this much I can say, that a word ending with the letter E, words ending with the letter E are mostly feminine, like the word guitar, casket. You see, these words are feminine and they all end with E. But it's not that every word ending with the vowel E are feminine, not that. But most of them are, okay. So this much you can remember now, and then basically this how this gender classification is a grammatical concept. It has got nothing to do with the characteristic of that noun. Okay, so it's like that. Now
Okay, sir.
the next word, the next line, qui est ce? Who is this? Why I am saying qui est ce? Because the word that I have used here, c'est, then tiré, and then the word is sir. It's pronounced pretty much like the English word sir, sir, and the word means sister. So I haven't given the gender in the bracket because, as you know, sister obviously is going to be a feminine gender. So if you want to say like this is my sister, so how will you say that? Who can answer? Will it be mon sir? Will it be ma sir? Or will it be me sir?
Sir, more maybe.
It will be
Master.
ma sir, because the word sister is feminine. That's why. Okay, the word sir has a feminine gender, right? It means sister. So obviously, it has to be a feminine noun. When we are going for the gender concept for the living things, it's pretty similar, right? Like brother has to be a masculine gender, sister feminine gender. Okay, so that's why it's going to be ma, because it's a feminine singular noun starting with a consonant, so it will be ma. Say ma sir. This is my sister. The next one, qu'est-ce que c'est? What is this? C'est tiré chambre. The word chambre means bedroom, or it can also mean a room, like a room. Okay, chambre. It ends with e and it has a feminine gender. I have also mentioned the gender in bracket f. So suppose you want to say this is my room or this is my bedroom. So how are you going to say that? Will you say mon chambre or ma chambre or mes chambre?
Ma chambre.
Ma chambre, because the word chambre is feminine. So it will be ma chambre. It's a feminine singular noun, so it will be ma chambre. Starting with a vowel. I'm sorry, starting with a consonant, so it will be ma chambre, not mon chambre. And may, certainly not may, because it's not plural. It's singular. I'm saying my room, not my rooms. Okay. Next one. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est tiré gomme. The word gomme means eraser. Eraser. It ends with e and it has a feminine gender. So how will you say this is my eraser? Can you say this? Maharuf, want to take a try? How will you say this is my eraser? Will it be mo gum, ma gum, or me gum? Although you joined a little late, Maharuf, I don't know if you followed the opening part.
Because I have an appointment in clinic, so that.
Okay. Shrabasti, can you hear me? Madam Shrabasti. Saurav, can you hear me? Okay.
Sir, hello.
Yes. Yes, Ayon.
Sir, can you say what is the meaning of chambre?
Chambre means room, or you can also mean a bedroom.
Okay, sir.
And the word gum means eraser. So, Snehal, can you tell me? Okay, Shravasti, I get it. I get it. So, if I ask you anything, you can type your answer in the chat. Okay. All right, Shravasti. So, yes, Snehal, what will be the answer for this one? How will you say? My eraser, mo gum, ma gum, or ek?
Sir, it's Magom.
Oui, exactement. Exactly. Ma gum, because it's feminine. Say ma gum. This is my eraser because the word gum is feminine. Next one. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est tirer école. The word école means school. School. Okay. It ends with e, but it ends with e, but it is so it's feminine. It has a feminine gender, but it begins with a vowel. It begins with a vowel. Okay. So what will happen? How will you say, like if you want for example, if you want to say this is my school, you're
Mon.
saying mon. Yes. So Priyanshu, you said mon, mon, right?
Yes, and Mon.
Yes. Why not
Because it
ma?
is
Yes, because
it's not if the starting is with a vowel, not a consonant.
exact. Right. Bravo. Although it's feminine, like the previous nouns, gomme and chambre, but it begins with a vowel. It begins with the letter E. École. École. That's why we're not saying. So you cannot say ma école. It will be say mon école. mon will be used. Say mon école. Okay. My school. Next one. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est tiret dash ami. The word ami means friend. But here you can see in bracket I have written F. That means I'm talking about a female friend. It's a feminine noun. So suppose you want to introduce someone, hey, this is my friend. She is my friend. So how will you say that? Will you say mon ami or ma ami? Who can answer? Ayun, can you answer this one?
So Miami.
Um, okay. Snehal, what do you think? Will it be
No, sir.
ma?
It will be more. It will be more because it is starting with a vowel. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yes, exactly. It will be mon ami. It will be mon. Okay, and the pronunciation will be mon ami, not mo ami. It's mon ami,
No name.
mon ami. Because although it's feminine, it begins with a vowel, just like the previous one, école. We said mon école, not ma école. Okay, like that. Then the next one, qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est tirer avion. Avion means plane or aeroplane. Okay. So if I want to say like this is my plane, so that's like an example. Okay, this is my plane. This is my aeroplane. So how will you say? Which word are you going to use? The word avion has a masculine gender. So will it be mon avion or ma avion or me avion? Which one? Yes, Shravasti, can you say this? Could you try type your answer? You can type it in the chat. So what will you write? Will you write mon avion or ma avion? Wait, Shravasti, if you can hear me. The question is given there in the worksheet. The question is given there. Number 9.
Sir, avio meaning?
Avio means aeroplane. Avio. Avio means aeroplane. So what will you write? It will be mon avion. Because the word avion has a masculine gender, so it will be mon avion. Okay. Have you written the rules, Shravasti, for the mo and ma that I have given? I think you haven't. Anyways, it's up to you. Next one. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Then it will be c'est tirer dash voiture. Okay. Now the word voiture means car. Okay. Voiture. Voiture. Okay. Voiture. 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 Now the word ends with an E, so it's a feminine noun. Okay. So if you want to say like this is my car, so how will you say that? Will it be mon voiture or ma voiture? Dipon, can you say?
Yes, sir. More with you.
Uh, the word voiture has a feminine gender.
Yes, sir.
So what we will say?
More with you.
Mo. What can you spell it? Mo. What is the spelling?
MON.
No, it will be ma, right? Because voiture is a feminine noun. It's a
Yes, sir.
feminine noun starting with a consonant. It will be ma voiture. Okay,
Yes.
not mo. Next one. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Say, I'm talking about number 11. Say, tirer, maison. The word maison means house. Okay, maison. The word maison has a feminine gender as already indicated in the bracket. It begins with, okay, it's maison. Although maison doesn't end with the letter E, it's a feminine noun. Okay, maison. So, so how will you say this is my house? Will it be mon maison or ma maison or mes maison? Um, Priyanshu, can you answer this? How will you say my house? Will it be mon
Sir, ma.
ma maison? Perfect. Say ma maison. This is my house. So it doesn't matter whose house it is. It doesn't matter who the owner is. What's the gender of the owner of the house? Okay. So before maison, it's always going to be ma because the word maison is feminine. Okay. The next word, qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est tirer oncle. The word oncle in English it means uncle. Oncle. It means uncle. Okay. Now I haven't given the gender. I haven't mentioned the gender because obviously it is going to be masculine, right? Uncle is a masculine gender. It's a male person. So how will you say this is my uncle? Suppose someone asks you, "Qui est ce? Who is this?" And you will say, "He is my uncle. This is my uncle." Say, so how will you say? Will you say "c'est mon oncle" or will you say "c'est ma oncle"? How will you say that? Who can answer?
Sir, more.
Mon oncle. Exactly. C'est mon oncle. Not ma oncle. C'est mon oncle. This is my uncle. Next one. C'est tirer, number 13, sac. The word sac means bag. It's a general term. Okay, now you can tell. Now there are different kinds of bags. Like there are backpacks, handbags, travel bags, and for that we have different, way of expressing. A sack is a general term. Okay, which means bag. So, like it has a masculine gender, as you can see. I have given M in the bracket. So how will you say this is my bag? Will you say c'est mon sac, c'est ma sac, or c'est mes sac? Which one is correct? Ripon, can you tell me?
Say master.
No. So why not more, Ripon? Why ma?
So more, sir, right? Sir, more because it is starting with um,
Ripon, can you
it
tell
is
me like, when to use more and when to use ma? Like, what's the rule? Can you tell me, like, just
yes, sir,
whatever
yes,
you've
sir.
written?
Sir, I got it. Sir. It is more because it is starting with consonant and it is masculine gender. That's why.
Yes, before any masculine singular noun, whether it starts with a consonant or a vowel, it's always going to be mo, right? That's why it's
Yes.
mosa. Exactly. Exactement. Wait, well done. Bravo, Ripon. Next one, number 14. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est tirer livre. The word livre means book. Book. Okay. Now the word livre ends with an E, but unfortunately, it's an exception. You're always going to be prepared for exceptions in French. Okay. So livre is not feminine; it is masculine. All right. So how will you say this is my book? Somebody want to say this is my book, my book. So how I'm going to say? Say mon livre, or am I going to say ma livre, or am I going to say mes livres? How I'm going to say that? No. How will you say? Yes, you want to answer?
More libre.
Yes. Mon livre. Exactly. Because the word livre is masculine. That's right. Say mon livre. Perfect. Next one, number 15. Say tirer saison favorite. Now, the word saison means season. Okay. It has a feminine gender. And the word favorite is coming as a as an adjective which is qualifying the word saison or season. Like what is the what kind of season? Like what's the perspective of the word season? Like it's favorite season, like someone season that one prefers. Okay, so the word saison is feminine. Okay, that's the main noun here. Saison, that means season. So how will you say my favorite season? Will it is it ma saison favorite or mon saison favorite? Yes, Priyanka, can you say this?
Yes, ma.
Ma saison favorite. Bravo. My favorite season because ma, because the word saison is feminine. That's why. Well done. Next one, se tirer cahier.
But sir,
The
I
word
have one doubt.
yes,
But sir,
yes.
why adjective didn't come before the noun? Because
Yes, Deepak. Good question, Deepak. Good question. Yeah, in French, huh? Usually the qualifying adjectives, they usually follow the noun. So if I want to say a red car, where the word red is used as an adjective in French,
yes,
in
sir.
in English, sorry. So in French, if you word by word translate it, it will come as a car red. So usually, so every language has a sentence structure, word structure. So in French, they use the qualifying adjective after the noun. They use it after the noun.
Okay,
So
sir.
that's the
Got it.
general rule. But there can be exceptions as well. So you won't say ma favorite saison, as we say in English, my favorite season. Never. It will always be ma saison favorite. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next one. Yes. Next one. Se tire cahier. The word cahier means notebook or exercise book. So everyone is having a cahier right now, I'm sure. So the word cahier has a masculine gender. So if you want to say this is my notebook, suppose I want to say this is my notebook. So how I'm going to say that? Say mon cahier or say ma cahier? Yes. Who can answer?
Say
It will
more
be
Kai.
say mon cahier. Exactly, because it's masculine. The word cahier is whose notebook is it? The owner's gender does not matter. The word cahier is masculine, so it will be mon. Say mon cahier. Okay. Next one, number 17. Professor de Français. Okay, Professor de Français. Now, the word professor means teacher. Okay, it is not. It seems like the English word professor. That means the persons or the people, the persons who teach at the college or university level. But it's not so. Okay, the word professor in general means teacher. So professor de français means French teacher, or if we literally translate word by word, it comes as teacher of French. Professeur de français. Okay, teacher of French or French teacher. That's how we say in English. So here the word professor is used as a masculine name. Okay, masculine noun. So how will you say this is my French teacher? Will you say mon professeur de français or ma professeur de français? Both are correct. Mon professeur de français means male teacher and ma professeur de français means female teacher. But in this context, I have given M in bracket. So here the word professor means a male teacher. So how will you say that? Mon professeur de français or ma professeur de français? Maharuf, wanna try?
Yes, sir.
How will you say that?
Sir, 15.
Yes.
17.
No, not 15, sorry. 17. Sorry. 17, yeah. So will you say mon professeur de français or ma professeur de français? Both are both are right, but in this context, which one is more appropriate? Is the correct answer?
Sir,
It will
more.
be more professeur de français because here the word professor or teacher is accorded as M, masculine. That's why. So
Yes,
it will be mo, not ma. All right. Okay. Next one, number 18. C'est chaise. The word chaise means chair. Like I'm sitting on a chair. Chaise. So the word chaise ends with E, the letter E, and hence it has a feminine gender. So how will you say this is my chair? Will it be mon chaise or ma chaise? Deepon, can you answer this?
Yes, sir. More cells.
Why not ma?
Because it is starting with that's okay, sir. Ma, because it is starting with consonant and it is feminine.
Exactement. Well done. Bravo. So it will be ma. Say ma chaise. Next one. C'est fauteuil. Pay attention to the pronunciation. It is fauteuil. Fauteuil. The last L is not pronounced. Okay, so it's fauteuil. Fauteuil. The word fauteuil means armchair. Armchair. Like this is a chaise on which I'm sitting. Okay, it's a chaise. Armchair means like with side handles and armrest. Those are called armchairs. So fauteuil is an armchair. And the word fauteuil has a masculine gender. So how will you say this is my armchair? Will it be mon fauteuil or ma fauteuil? Yes, Snehal? Mon fauteuil or ma fauteuil?
So more for the
Mon fauteuil. Perfect. Yes, masculine. That's why. This is. Next one. C'est crayon. The word crayon means pencil. Okay, not crayon. Like the color pencils we say. Okay. So if you, it's pencil, like lead pencil. Okay. So the word crayon has a masculine gender. So if you want to say this is my pencil, so how will you say? C'est mon crayon or c'est ma crayon? Priyanshu, how will you say that? C'est mon crayon or c'est ma crayon?
yeah, that will be more.
C'est mon crayon. Exactement. Masculine. Next one. C'est vélo. Vélo. The word vélo means cycle. Okay, or bicycle. It has a masculine gender. Usually nouns ending with the letter O are masculine. Ending with the vowel O, these nouns are usually masculine. So how will you say, this is my cycle? Will you say, c'est mon vélo? Or will you say, c'est ma vélo? Maharuf, take a try once again. C'est mon vélo or c'est ma vélo?
so it will be more value.
Mon vélo, very good. Because the word vélo is masculine, that's why. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Yes. Très bien. Now, next one, c'est chemise. The word chemise means, as you know, C and H together will be pronounced as sh. So chemise means shirt. Okay, shirt, not t-shirt, shirt. It has a feminine gender, it ends with E. So how will you say this is my shirt? Will it be c'est ma chemise or c'est mon chemise? Ayon, how will you say that? Mon chemise or ma chemise?
Chez ma chemise.
C'est ma chemise. Obviously, because the word chemise is feminine. The next word is cravat, which means tie. Cravat means tie. The word ends with E, so it has a feminine gender. Right? So how will you say this is my tie? Will it be mon cravat or will it be ma cravat? Yes, Dipon, if you want to answer, mon cravat or ma cravat?
Ma cravat.
Right, very good. Ma cravat, because the word cravat is feminine. That's why. Now, I want you all to go through this quickly, give a quick glance at it, and let me know if you have anything to ask. Just whatever we have done today, okay? I'll give you a couple of minutes, take your time, and feel free to ask anything, any doubts if you have. Look, this is a new concept, it's a new language, and why masculine, why feminine, you must have a lot of questions in your mind going on, okay? So everything will get, with time, petit à petit, as they say in French, gradually, petit à petit, it will become, clear. It will become, understandable. So, okay, so every language has its own way of expressing ideas and thoughts. So you just have to get used to the structure, everything. So gradually it will come. No worries. So whatever we have discussed today, from there, if you want to ask anything, please come up. Anything, any questions if you have. Any conceptual difficulty. The pronunciation we'll do. We'll do the pronunciation right after, but just for the concept. Okay, tell me. Why we are using more, when to use more. If you understand this, you'll be able to do the rest as well. If you understand this one, you'll be able to do the rest as well. No problem. So how to use a possessive adjective. These are very, very basic words. If you're saying something, now you need to know this word. You just can't start communicating like that in one go. You have to build something, build the basic, at least the basic. Then you can start expressing yourself. Otherwise, it doesn't happen like that overnight. Starting to communicate in the language. Okay. You'll go through the subject pronouns as well. So, je is I, the first person singular. That is different. We use it as a subject of the sentence, and this is the corresponding possessive forms, mo, ma, and me, which is used to express possession. Okay. Mo, ma, and me, all possessive adjectives. We have the following, the next possessive ones as well, ton, ta, te, which is used for second person possession, like how to say your. So far, you have said my house, my car, my book. Now, how will you say your house, your car, your book? These are also very important. Okay, so we learn to say that as well. So if you understand this, you will get the rest as well for sure. Anything you would like to ask Ayon, Priyanshu, Snehal, Shubhadeep, Vipon, Maruf, Saurav? Any questions if you have?
No, sir, it is clear.
Okay. So, now
Just one thing, like you have written the gender over here, but it's as you said, a word ending with e. In most of the cases, it will be feminine, but there are the exceptions. So, if possible, later on, could you please send the rules and regulation how to find out a word is a feminine or it's a masculine? That will be a big help, sir.
okay, sure. Actually, what happens? It depends on the word ending.
Yes, sir.
This gender thing, masculine or feminine, it's a grammatical classification, right? So it depends on the word ending. So certain noun endings have a masculine form, and certain noun endings are feminine form. Okay, that's how they're classified. For example, nouns ending with the letter E are classified mostly as feminine.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
that's the thing. So yeah, we will discuss for sure. Yes,
Okay, sir.
yes,
Thank
we will
you.
discuss the noun endings so that you can apparently get an idea whether it is going to be masculine or feminine. I'll send you these noun endings, not all together, but gradually I'll send you the endings. Okay, like which are
Oh,
mostly masculine endings, which are mostly feminine endings.
yes, sir.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Good. From there you can deduce whether to identify now as masculine or feminine. Okay. Deepon, you want to ask anything? Snehal? All right. So let's now on the right hand side. Okay, I have given the plural form of these sentences. Say in its plural form becomes ce sont. When the object is plural, like you want to say these are, okay, like this. It becomes plural, ce sont. And when you are pluralizing the sentence, the noun will also be plural, and the possessive adjective will be may all the time. It won't be, like singular, mo or ma, because mo or ma is used before a singular noun, not a plural noun. Okay. So, Oyon, could you pronounce the first three sentences in the singular part? One, two, three. Like you read the question, qu'est-ce que c'est or qui est ce, and then give the answer. So, could you do it like that, Oyon? Only the first three sentences. Just pronounce them.
So what is the pronunciation of the first word that one say so?
No, you will, acha, you'll do the singular portion on the left hand side, the one that we have just done. Okay.
Oh, acha, acha, okay.
The plural part, we can, since we haven't learned the pluralizing of nouns, the pluralizing of nouns is nothing difficult.
Oh,
It's pretty similar to English. We add an extra S at the end of, but there are exceptions. We'll come to that. So you just
okay,
pronounce the
okay.
singular part, the one that we have done. Yeah. Okay. First three. Only the first. Just pronounce.
Say more chapeau. This is my hat.
Simo chapeau. Okay.
Say ma casket. This is my cap.
Casket.
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 Say ma guitar. This is my guitar.
Well done. Lipon, could you pronounce number 4, 5, and 6? Just pronounce it. Just pronounce.
Yes, sir. Sure. So, what was the meaning of sure? Yes, sure.
It's sir. Sir means
Sir.
sister. Sir means
Sister.
sister. Yes.
Say ma, sir. Uh, say ma, chambre,
Sima, sombre.
sombre, sombre,
Sombre. Yes. What
sombre.
does that mean, Lipon? Sombre?
I can't remember the sombre.
Sombre means room or bedroom.
Yes, sir, yes. Sir. Sema comb means this is my eraser.
Sema gum. Yes. Sema gum. Okay.
Comb.
Okay. Priyanshu, did you pronounce the next three?
Yes, sir. Chez mon école. This is my school.
Say mon école. Yes. Very good.
Chez mon ami. This is my friend.
Say mon ami. Yes, this is my friend. Very good.
Chez mon avion. This is my
Say
plane.
mon avion. Say mon avion. Yes.
Chez mon voiture.
Say ma voiture.
Chez ma voiture. Yes, sir. Chez ma
Say
voiture.
ma voiture. Okay. Now, Maharuf, could you pronounce the next three?
Yes, sir. Sir, from 7.
No, the next three.
Emo, Avino. This is my friend.
Say more. I think. Wait. You say from number 10. What?
Okay, sir. Say more with you. This is my car.
Say more virtue. This is my car. Yes.
This one, sir, say more mason.
C'est ma maison.
Mason. This is my house.
Yes.
The last one, sir, say more uncle.
C'est mon oncle.
Uncle, this is my uncle.
Yes. Okay. Now. Okay. Shubhodip, could you say the next three?
Yes, sir. The first one is c'est mon maison. C'est ma maison. Oh, that one is over. Like
Yes.
for 14, I will start, sir.
Yeah, you will say from number. You will say from number 13.
13. Okay, sir. C'est mon sac.
Okay.
C'est mon livre. C'est mon saison favorite.
C'est ma saison favorite.
C'est ma saison favorite. C'est mon cahier.
C'est mon cahier. Okay. Well done. Snehal, could you say the next three? Could you pronounce the next three?
C'est mon professeur de français.
Français.
Français. Okay. C'est ma chaise. C'est mon fauteuil.
Très bien. Parfait. Okay. Okay. Oyan, have you said? I don't think so. So, Oyan, could you say the next three?
Chez moi, caillou. Chez moi,
C'est mon crayon.
caillou.
Okay. Okay. Well done.
Chez moi, vélo.
Acha. The pronunciation will be say. C apostrophe est. It will be pronounced
Say.
as say.
C'est.
Say. Yes.
C'est mon vélo. This is my cycle.
Yes. Very good.
C'est ma Chinese. Chinese. C'est ma Chinese.
Say no. So what will be the pronunciation? Say ma chaise.
Chaise.
Say ma chaise. Okay.
Chaise.
CH will be pronounced as sh. Sh. So it will be chaise. Chaise.
The last one is say ma kabat.
Say ma cravat. Right.
Yeah.
Say ma cravat.
Sir, the previous one is semi set. C'est ma chemise. Shirt.
Chemise there. Yes. Say ma chemise. Sure. Say ma chemise. Right. Now, when we were doing that alphabet document, we were learning the letter E. Okay, the letter E, the vowel E. How do we pronounce that vowel in French? What's the name of the vowel in French? How do we pronounce it? Like without when E does not have any accent on it, any symbol on it, how do we usually pronounce it? Deepon, can you pronounce it? How do we say it? We say right? Right? And now there are two very important accents, that come on the letter E. This one and this one. Both have their names. Like one is called accent aigu, another is accent grave. Okay, so when the accent aigu, this one, the rising accent, is given on the letter E, how does the sound change? How does the vowel sound change? The becomes, how do you pronounce that? Priyanshu, can you say when that accent is given on it, that upward rising accent that we call accent aigu, when it is put on it, on the vowel, how does the sound changes? Do we pronounce it as we just keep it like that, or the sound changes? How do you pronounce it?
Sir, like sir.
It changes to
So
A. When that accent is put on it, it becomes A, right? And Snehal, can you tell me when we put the other accent, the one accent graph? If you, I think it's better if you can open the alphabet document right now and go to the letter E and see the first two accents: the aigu, the upward rising one, and the graph, the downward one. So aigu, it is pronounced as a. I'm sorry, aigu is pronounced as a, and how to pronounce the other one? Who can come up with the sound? How to pronounce the other accent? How to pronounce the other one?
sir,
It is pronounced as
yeah.
It's very similar to the way we pronounce the letter A in the English word apple. It's like that. And what is the letter C? Okay, in French it is called as say. Say. It has a soft S sound. Say. Say. It comes from the middle of your tongue. Say. 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 So when does the sound change to K? When does the letter say is pronounced as a K? K. Who can tell me?
So when there is a consonant like A, O, or U, or
When there is a
O or U.
consonant, exactly. When it is followed by the vowels A, O, and U, the sound changes to K. Okay, K. That's right. And CH together is pronounced as sh. Sh. How do you pronounce the letter G in French? Piangshu, can you tell me how do you pronounce the letter G in French?
So J.
The name of the letter is
J.
J. J.
J.
J. And when does the sound? It is a soft sound. Okay, sh, 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 like that. Sh, sh. When does the sound change to a g? When does this soft j sound changes to g? G. When does that happen? G. Who can tell
I
me?
do not recall that.
Who can tell me? When does the sound change to g? When does the j, this soft sound j, becomes g? When does that happen? When it is followed by the vowels A, O, and yes. Deepon? Yes, Deepon?
Yes, when it is followed by vowel A O U.
Exactly. Can you give me one example word, Deepon, where the letter J is followed by any of the vowels A, O, or U, and it is taking that hard sound G? We have done today only.
Coach.
Gorge, throat. Yes. In English it means throat. Gorge. We have done one word today as well. Gum. That means
Yes.
eraser. Gum.
Gum.
Yes. How do you pronounce the letter S? The letter S, when it comes between two vowels in French, how do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce the letter S when it comes between two vowels? Do we pronounce it as S or the sound changes? Who can tell me? The letter S, the consonant S between two vowels, how it is pronounced? Like today we have done one word which means house in French. French, how do you say the word house in French? Maison, maison, maison. So in the word maison, the S is pronounced like a Z. Why? Because it is coming between two vowels. So we are not saying maison, but it is saying maison, maison. It is pronounced like a Z. Okay. So when S is coming between two vowels, we pronounce it like that. All right. So okay, so everyone, so just revise the worksheet and keep repeating the stuff we have done. And all right, take care, everyone. See you all next Friday at the same time. Till then, au revoir, bonne soirée, au revoir,
Bonsoir.
bonne soirée, nice,
Bonsoir.
au revoir,
Bonsoir, sir.
au revoir,
Bonsoir, sir.
bonne soirée.